Can a guy have too many cowboy boots? Well, I don't think so. We got boots all over the place. Here we go. I think a pretty good place to start would be with the pair that I have on my feet. I bought this pair of boots right here in December of 2023, and I have worn them almost every day since then. These are some Horsepower boots. That's the brand. They're from their Top Hand collection. And this particular boot is a 16-inch top. It is a rough out, and I really like the tops on these, but mostly I wanted some boots kind of this caramely sand color, and that's what drew me to these. I love that these have an oxbow sole. So oxbow soles are extremely tough. They do not wear down. Leather soles wear quickly and have to be resoled. Rubber soles, they don't wear as fast as leather, but they still wear down pretty quick. This oxbow sole is tough as all get out. It'll last you a long time. So I highly recommend getting you a pair of boots with oxbow soles next time you're looking for a good pair. These are my riding and working boots. I have put the hours in on these boots. And I've got to admit something to you guys. I am not the world's best caretaker when it comes to keeping up with conditioning and cleaning my boots. Honestly, I put them on, I go to work, I take them off. I get up the next day, I put them on, I go to work, take them off. These have been a rough, tough pair of boots for me. Really have held up well. These are made in Mexico. Horsepower boots are owned by Anderson Bean Boot Company, and they use, I think, the same materials, but these are machine made in Mexico versus being handmade like some other boots that we'll see here in a bit, and USA made as well. But for the value, I got these at a great price. I believe I paid somewhere, I think I paid $199 or so for these plus tax. And when I see them for sale online still to this day, over a year later, they're $249, $289. I've actually seen them for $319 as well. So anyway, I don't know why I got them as cheap as I did, but I sure have enjoyed this pair of boots. They've done a lot of good for me. I started my first colt in these boots. I got my first client horse working with these boots, and they've been there for me through a lot. So this is a great pair of boots that I love. Horsepower, Top Hands. Check them out, get you a pair. I'll put a link down in the description below for Horsepower's website, or possibly to this direct pair of boots from a retailer, and you can check them out. Before we move on to the next pair of boots, I figured I would talk real quick about my spurs and spur straps since I've got them on this pair of boots. These are the spurs that I wear. I got them, believe it or not, at a rodeo. They had some, what do you call it, people out there that had booths set up and stuff selling these. These are not a handmade spur. They're not a fancy spur. I think, you know, these probably cost about $75 new, something like that. But they've done the job. They've worked well for me. And yeah, I really like this pair of spurs. Someday, I look forward to getting a handmade custom pair of spurs with, you know, my name or initials or ranch on there or something. But in the meantime, these are doing the job, and that's what matters. And also, these spur straps are really neat. My mom and dad got these for me for Christmas 2023. And they've got my initials on there, CQL. And yeah, these were handmade right here in Oklahoma, actually by my sister-in-law's grandpa. And I sure am proud of these. He makes the spur straps for Pistol Pete, the Oklahoma State University mascot. And anyway, these are pretty cool. I like them a lot. It's really neat to have something custom, something that has your name on it or your initials on it. And you'll find that a lot in the Western world. Cowboys love personalized gear. And this is the only personalized thing that I really own. of my gear that I use, but sure means a lot to me. Sure thankful for these. Thankful for my mom and dad for getting them for me for Christmas. And I need to take care of these. I need to put some conditioner on them or something because they see a lot of use, a lot of wear and tear, just like these boots do. So anyway, this is my first pair of boots I'm showing y'all today. Let's move on to boot number 2. This pair of boots I purchased around 2.5 years ago or so for a friend's wedding. I was asked to be in his wedding and I needed a pair. I didn't have any black boots at the time, especially not any that were, you know, wedding worthy. So I went shopping for some black boots and I ended up finding this black pair of Olathes. These are Olathe Rough Outs, and this pair of boots I've also put through the trenches. They were a nice pair for me at first, just kind of, like I said, I bought them for the wedding, wore them for the wedding, but that's about as long as they lasted as far as being you know, just a nice dressy kind of pair. I put them to work immediately, started riding in these a lot, going down, and I was taking a lot of riding lessons at the time. And these were my number 1 pair of boots that I started to wear. You can really see the wear on them from where my spur straps used to sit on here. And this has really been another fantastic pair of boots. So one thing that makes these different than the first pair that I showed you, these have a leather, well, this is a hybrid sole. It's leather mixed with rubber here. So this big section here, that's rubber, and then you've got your leather here and at the very tip of the toe there. And yeah, that rubber definitely makes the boot bottom last longer. I haven't had these resoled, but I did have new heel caps put on them. And I forgot to mention that I've had new heel caps put on the horsepower pair of boots as well. But yeah, that's the only work that I've had done on this pair of boots. They're a great pair. I like black a lot. I don't wear these as much anymore. One of the reasons being is because I want a good black belt or different color belt that would look good with these. And then also, I just don't wear a black hat that much. Not that you have to have a black belt or a black hat to wear black boots. I still do rock these from time to time, but just not as much as I wear my others. These I think are a 15-inch top. I'm not exactly sure. Let me tell you, these are a made in the USA as well. I really like that about Olathe. They make all their boots here in the United States of America, the greatest country in the world. And so, yeah, another difference with these have, for putting on, for pulling on, they've got the circles in the tops here, versus the horsepowers just have the little, these right here. I actually don't know what they're called, guys, mule ears or something, just pull tabs, something. But I bet some of you watching this will know, so help me out, put that down in the comments if you know. So these are my Olathe black rough out boots. They've got white piping here. They've got white stitching on the shafts. I think they're an inch and a 3/4 heel, something like that. Great pair of boots, hybrid soles. I've been a big fan of this pair. Something funny about this pair, they have this, I'm pretty sure, well, this was an accident from the factory, I know. They've got this yellow thread running through here. Got a little there, then runs up the top. Yeah, that was an accident, but they didn't give me a discount on these when I got them for that messed up piece of thread, but I didn't ask for one either. I kind of like it. Makes it unique, makes it my own, and I highly, highly recommend Olathe Boots. Let's move on to boot number 3. Well, believe it or not, I've got another pair of Olathe boots to show you guys. These are Olathe Buckaroo boots. This pair I got here in my local hometown at a Western store, and This is one of my older pair of boots. These boots have been through a lot with me. These were the boots I had when I really first started riding. I didn't actually grow up riding horses. I grew up around cattle, but not horses. Bought my first horse a couple years ago, and this pair, I like the green tops. I like the different color stitching up here, yellow, orange, and red. Black piping, brown, dark leather here on the bottoms and on these pull tab, mule ear top here. Made in the USA. Leather soles on this pair. These have been resold. I got these resold recently, and the new rubber heel caps put on the bottom. Like I told you guys, I just wear my stuff. I didn't clean all these up for y'all to make this video. They're muddy, that's probably a little mix of mud and manure there. These are my Olathe Buckaroos. Let me know what you think about them, and let me know what's been your favorite pair so far. Let's move on to boot number 4. This is another pair of Olathes here. These are Olathe smooth ostrich boots with a crepe sole. Really different, kind of old school. They stood out to me immediately simply because of this crepe sole. I've seen my pawpaws wear crepe soles on their boots, my great grandpa and my pawpaw. And so, yeah, when I saw this crepe sole boot sitting on the shelf, I was immediately interested in it. They're stained up. You can see the oils in the leather have this boot kind of stained. So I asked them about that, and they actually ended up giving me, I think, $100 off of this pair of boots. Made them really affordable for an ostrich pair of boots. It was hard to turn down. And yeah, when I put these on, I definitely think about my pawpaw Sonny. I don't wear this pair just a ton, but they're more just a kind of from time to time boot that I throw on. I like the toe on these. You know, normally I'm not a huge fan of a double welt around the sole here. That's where it has that double line of stitching. I'm more of a single stitch fan on my boots most of the time, but something about this toe, something about this shape, I like the double welt on these. I think it looks pretty good. That's something I haven't mentioned yet. Cowboy boots don't just come in like a 9 or a 10 or an 11. They come in a 9B or a 10D or an 11 double E. Or so what that represents is the boot width, the width of your foot, not just the length of your foot. And I'm really more of like a 10C. Really hard to find C width boots unless you go get a custom pair made. There are some out there, but I very rarely have run in. I don't know that I've ever run into any C width boots just hanging out in a store. So, but when I got measured for some boots recently, yeah, I'm basically a 10C, 10B. 10Bs often seem just a little tight for me, so I really think that 10C would be the perfect fit. When I get some customs sometime, it'll be, you know, measured to my foot. But anyway, that's just a little bit of extra information for you guys about how boots fit. And we're going to move on to my next pair of boots, boot number 5. Man, these things are beautiful. This is my most recent purchase. Let's see, I bought these boots in December 2023. I bought these boots in December of 2024, and I didn't buy any new boots between, you know, that year. And so I was really looking forward to getting a new pair. Like I said, these are pretty rough and worn down, and I needed something a little nicer. So the family and I went on vacation down to the Fort Worth stockyards just a little bit before Christmas, and I saw this pair at a store there called Maverick Western Wear, I believe is what it's called. And sorry, I'm peeling horsehair and mud off the bottom of these. But yeah, I saw these pair, and I immediately thought that these were phenomenal. They're just different. They have a different toe shape. You know, a lot of boots right now are kind of made with the cutter toe, like this first pair I showed you, and like the black Olathes. I don't really know what toe shape this is. I would love to know. So if you happen to know, leave that in the comments for me. I've reached out to either Olathe or the store where I bought these, but I haven't heard from them yet about the specifics and details on these boots. These are a suede. They've got the suede top, the suede bottom. They're really neat because they're like gray, but they also look brown to me. So when I wear them with these brown Schaefer pants here, I think they look really great. They also go great with denim. Just a versatile pair of boots. I don't know, something about these boots is just extremely attractive to me. They're heavy, which I like. They're really well made. One thing that I absolutely love about them, even though I haven't got it to put it to use yet, is this huge spur shelf here. These aren't going to be my nice boots forever. I know I'll start to ride and wear these as the weather warms up here. And I cannot wait for this big spur shelf. What that's for is, let me show you. Let me grab off my riding boot here. So this pair of boots does have a spur shelf too, but it's just not super significant. What that is they make the heel stick out just a little bit longer, and that lets the spur come down and just ride right there on the back of the boot instead of falling, you know, down over the heel. And so this pair does have, and it really does help a lot, but the one on here is significantly larger. And so, yeah, that's going to be great for riding in. I can't wait to ride in those boots, put those boots to work. Again, there's just something about them. I just think they look fantastic. They feel great. These are actually a 9.5D, a little bit smaller than my normal. Usually I get a 10, but if I remember right, they didn't have a 10 or something. And there's a foam insert in here, so I can take that out if I feel like I need some more room or something. But great pair of boots. These do have the leather sole, so these will need to be resoled as they wear down over time, but they can be resoled. So that's one really cool thing about cowboy boots. You know, you wear through the bottom of them. When they're leather soles like this, you just have a new sole put on them by someone who does that, and get some new heel caps put on them when they're needed. You know, usually on boots, these heel caps are rubber. They just put a new piece of rubber on there and you're good to go. So yeah, I would love to have more information for you guys about this boot, but I don't know much more about it other than I love it, and that's why I bought it. I wish you could feel the weight of these. You know, some people don't want a real heavy boot, but it feels sturdy, it feels strong, and I like knowing my boot's there. And Olathe, in my experience so far, makes some of the best cowboy boots that there is. And I am a big, big fan of this color combination here. Tell me, what do you think? Do these look gray or do these look brown to you? I'm just curious to know, because depending, if I'm only looking at the bottom and the top's not there, they look like a dark brown to me. But you know, if I hold them up to a chocolate brown pair of boots, I can tell they're not like a chocolate brown. But yeah, I just like these because they trick my mind a little bit. And I like things with a little mystery to them. And this boot has a little bit of mystery to it to me. So thanks Olathe for making most of the boots I wear. Great boots, great company. It's not sponsored, but Olathe, you're on my list of companies that I want to work with. So let's make something happen. I really like the stitch pattern on the tops of these boots because it's different, it's unique. I also like how the toe bug, you know, it's got that kind of traditional toe bug, but I feel like it's got like extra, you know, up through here that most of the boots, well, I don't know, maybe most of them go that far, but I just feel like it goes taller. Maybe it's because of that white stitching and it stands out more. But yeah, love this pair of boots. Can't wait to wear them some more. don't pay any attention to that manure there. It'll come right off, don't worry. And now I'm gonna show you guys my current favorite pair of boots. Well, here they are. They don't quite fit me, but these are my daughter's Justin boots. I got her these just a little bit before Christmas time, and she was needing a new pair of boots. Hers were getting worn through from the last Christmas, kind of falling apart, and I found these and thought they were adorable. They just look awesome on her. I know it's probably not what you were expecting, but I wanted to be authentic with you guys. And the truth is, I just love seeing her wear her little boots, and she's all about it. And she's got a couple more pairs, but this I don't know. These are just, I think a lot of my pairs of boots early on in my life when I was a kid were Justin boots, and these are a Justin brand. And so anyway, fantastic little pair of boots that she wears around. I love the scuffs on them, you know, just goes to show she's putting them through it. So yeah, not the best quality, I would say. These came unglued from the sole, and we had to use some shoe glue and put them back together, but just as cute as can be. And that's my current favorite pair of boots right there. I've shown you guys the 5 boots that I wear the most. I showed you guys my favorite pair of boots right now. And I got a couple more pairs that I can show you too. So don't go anywhere and let's get into it. So these are a $5 pair of garage sale boots that I got earlier this year. And these are some Justin elephant boots. Elephant bottom here, dark gray tops. I don't know how tall these are, probably a 12-inch top, 13-inch, yeah, probably 12-inch top. These are a little bit too small for me. They just don't quite have enough length in the toe. These are a 9.5D, and yeah, just a little bit small, but for $5, I couldn't turn them down. And I'm really glad that I got this pair of boots because well, that's just a great value, $5 for a pair of elephant boots. So anyway, yeah, I got these. I don't wear them just a whole lot because again, they don't just fit me perfect. And you know, I don't know. It's just, I'm really more of a fan of just leather kind of boots. I mean, I know this is leather, but it's elephant. So then I am more like exotic boots. I kind of like the more traditional, classic kind of look. But anyway, couldn't turn it down. $5 at a garage sale. So yeah, Justin elephant boots. I don't know how old this pair is. It's definitely an older pair of boots. These were made in the USA. Justin doesn't make their boots in the USA anymore, so I don't know when they stopped doing that, but they're for sure older than whenever Justin started producing their boots elsewhere. And yeah, these are a style 85-30 Justin elephant boot. Bonus pair number 1. Let's move on to bonus pair number 2. Here they are, another pair of elephant boots. Found these on Facebook Marketplace for sale for $100 here locally. And again, that's a great value. These are Tony Llama elephant boots. These are a 10B. These fit super snug. You know, elephants like real tough, real sturdy. These fit really tight on my feet, a little bit tighter than I probably prefer. The length is great, the width, I think just because it's that elephant, just doesn't have much wiggle room in there. But again, I don't wear these a ton, just time to time. It's always good to have a nice pair of elephant boots. And this is a unique color here, interesting color. So anyway, yeah, I found these, like I said, on Marketplace for $100. I offered the seller $75 for them. He took it, and I've seen these boots selling for $220, $200 easily, you know, on other marketplaces for sale for this exact same pair. They're worth it. They're a great pair of boots. I might get rid of these sometime because, you know, I'm just not super partial to wearing boots that don't fit me the best, but they fit me well enough that I can wear them from time to time, get some joy out of them, and then maybe I'll pass them on to somebody else sometime. But yeah, these are Tony Lama. I think these were made in the U.S. Not sure. I don't think Tony Lama still makes their boots in the U.S., but I'm pretty sure this pair was. I'm looking to see if it says. I'm not seeing. It just says Tony Lama style 8445, size 10B. It's got the registration number in there, but I don't see anything about made in the U.S. or elsewhere. But I can almost guarantee you this is a USA made pair of Tony Lama boots right here. So again, great pair of boots. I like the color because they're different. Bonus pair number 2 right here. Mic check, mic check, mic check, 1, 2. Mic check, how do you do? You can only wear one cowboy boots at a time, but that doesn't mean you only need one pair. I've shown you guys Today we're talking about cowboy boots. I hope y'all are ready to see some cowboy boots. Y'all ready to see some cowboy boots? Let's talk about cowboy boots.